Well, Bannock County has only a few contested races in the primaries coming up this next week. There are 3 Republican candidates running for one spot as District 1 County Commissioner. Of course, that district doesn't really have boundaries. Anyone can vote in this race. One of those running is the man who holds the spot right now, Karl Anderson. We flipped a coin to talk the candidates. You won, so we're going to talk to you first tonight. Karl, why don't you remind some of the voters a little bit about yourself and why you decided to run 4 years ago and why you're running again?
Well, I'm a small businessman, been born and raised in Bannock County, and I've owned and/or operated 10 successful businesses besides corporate America. And I was on the fair board for 10 years, and it kind of gave me a feel for something. And I used to work for an old farmer named George Shizawa out on Tyhee Flat, and he told me that he'd like me to see me one day become a county commissioner. So I thought I had to be a little older in the tooth before I'd try it. So it was an interesting thing for me to try that out.
Now, you've been in office 3.5 years now. What are some of the things you're most proud of that you've been able to accomplish with the other commissioners?
One of the very first things in my first week in office is there was a contract come out that was for the landfill, but they'd already worked a year on it to open the new cell. And I looked at the contract and I says, there's something wrong with this. I'm not going to sign it. And I asked the superintendent of the landfill to go home and tell me what he thought that I was thinking. He came back and says, you want to do this in-house, don't you? I says, yeah, we do. We need to lease brand new equipment, not buy equipment, that can be taken care of every day. We saved over $1.5 million that year, just in the way we did things differently.
Now, do you feel like there's unfinished business then? I guess you do, if that's why you're running again.
Absolutely, because we had the restructuring project of a lot of places. We moved the driver's license out to the sheriff's office where it always should have been. We've now moved the DMV across the street because everybody hates our security system. And we've moved the 4-H up to the fairgrounds where it really should be. And then we're still working on things. We're making a change on the voting area, and we've got a lot of things to do over the next 2, 3, 4 years.
And last question really quickly, what is your vision for the county then as you look into another term?
The vision is so that we can be more efficient. Our building is inefficient. Our people are great employees. They're very efficient, but we have to give their surroundings something that they can make that both coincide with.
All right. Well, we appreciate you being here tonight. Let you go back to your family. We've got Commissioner Anderson is running against Ernie Moser and Robert Ballard. We're going to speak with Mr. Moser coming up after a check of the weather with Doug Eberson.